any H2S issues, you may smell a little bit. Don't panic. It's just like VOG. It's only in your head that you think it's toxic or bad. It's not. You know. Here's another number. And I've got the number. OCAW. OCAW is the Oil and Chemical Atomic Workers Union. This is a union that does wonderful work in toxic stuff that you find in refineries and chemical plants. H2S is one of their most common problems. Everybody knows about it who's ever worked in a refinery, around the oil fields, a lot of chemical places. So you don't got to start at ground zero, like studying VOG by giving somebody money to do long-term studies. No, that's a different matter. A lot of people misinformed you and misled you and said, oh, the health department said there's H2S and SO2 coming out of your volcano polluting you. That never reaches people. It all combines above the volcano. All you get is ammonium sulfate, flying fertilizer. Same thing with H2S gas. You can smell a rotten egg smell right away. Sometimes you get behind somebody with a bad catalytic converter on their car, you'll smell the H2S. It's not going to hurt you. It's no long-term toxicity. Not going to build up anything. You can go to OCA, the Oil Chemical Atomic Workers Union. They've got bulletins, movies. Go to the OSHA office, the state OSHA office, HIOSH it's called, HIOSHA, and get their film library, and they'll send you the films free. So it's likely after the September 5th indication I got, and around the time of Pluto stopping on the 20th, up ahead of you, there's going to be issues from the volcano. I expect the volcano is going to be burping away and do some stuff on us, and you could get VOG issues, you could get H2S issues. Don't panic. It's just a panicky time when Pluto stops. But these two substances are not injurious to your long-term health or even your short-term health. Yeah, they're not. So, enough Pluto stuff, huh? I'd be worried more about guns and police and stuff like that than I would H2S and VOG. Come on, let's go do the sky mirror. Oh boy. Hey, only for 1 or 2 minutes every morning does the sun come over the house and the placement of that camera lens be just exactly right to reflect that and put that little reflection on my eyes. Wow. I'm only going to say it was probably a sign, and that heck, you ought to. The chances are the volcano after September 5th could be more of a problem for us on the Big Island than some wind damage from a storm. So heads up, you're going to see some volcanic action. There's no way out of it. At any rate, VOG is not a hazard. H2S is not a hazard. A volcano can mess up the roads, can block some electricity, and we're going to see some, I'm quite sure. Probably more sure about the volcano going off than I am about the hurricane possibility. Yeah. There's some irony here. After Aniki, I had it out with the health department, and they told me I was scaring people about lead and asbestos and the wreckage, which was a total lie, but they accused me of scaring folks. Here they have misled you about VOG, yes, and probably H2S, because none of these folks that are telling you any of these things from the health department or other non-oil and gas folks, they don't know about it, and they've created a panic about VOG. I know people that fear VOG a lot, and it was the health department that did this and scared them. So, yeah, another incompetent institution. Sorry, folks, don't listen to them about VOG or H2S, because they don't know. There he is. There's Pluto. You know, folks, I have 8 planets in Earth. I just found this, an old banner off a thing I used to do for folks in a regular publication, and I build myself as Earth astrologer. Huh? Nothing more earthy than a volcano, huh? And there he is. There's Pluto. He says, I could make a real stink. You know what else he is? S-H-I-T. Yes, you got to step in the dog poo. That's Pluto. Another smell. Pluto tends to smell bad, doesn't he? Anyway, here's our chart for the week. And it's kind of an interesting thing. Uranus is still squaring Pluto. And but Saturn is good for him, and Neptune's good for him. And, you know, there's nothing stopping Pluto here from making a stink. You just don't want to, you wouldn't panic if you stepped in a little dog poo, would you? Nah. Same with VOG or H2S. But look, geothermal is a necessity. It's going to happen. We can do it safely without any H2S. You just got to make sure that the management of the company empowers their employees. You give the employees education about H2S and meters and things to measure. They'll take care of it. No worry, huh? Besides incompetent so-called scientists, because I'm a real scientist and I've been dealing with this character for 40 years, there's also the people at the volcano. Volcano scientists are also to blame for this misinformation, because they continually tell you how much H2S is coming out. They measure it over by the volcano's vent, and you can get H2S there. There's a lot of sulfur over there. They're not measuring it in Kona or Hilo or any place else where all you're going to get is little platelets of innocuous ammonium sulfate. No, the volcano scientists aren't telling you the truth about this hazard. But then they probably wouldn't get as many grants, huh? They're all out to scare you. Pluto likes to scare people. Yes. Okay, what's going on? You're on the Thursday show. You're on the 12th of September. When you go into Friday, the moon's in Capricorn. It starts real sweet. There's a nice sextile to Venus Friday morning. And then around the middle of the day, the kids start yelling, and there's misinformation. And then there's a panicky thing in the afternoon as the moon goes by Pluto. And then in the evening, it squares Uranus. And there could be alarms here. This could be your first indication that the volcano is going to do some stuff. Yeah. Anyway, just not panicky. Don't panic. Information Saturday morning. Too much. There's a square to Jupiter. They're not telling the truth yet. Won't be until Saturday afternoon that there's a trine to the sun that some man might say, hey, wait a minute. Everything's fine. No need to panic. Oh, did you step in the dog poo? You got bugs around? Eek, a bug. A little panicky. So you got a panicky Friday the 13th, huh? Sorry. On the 15th, Sunday, things change. The moon has gone into Aquarius, and it starts with a square to Venus. There's no sex, there's no sweets, there's no fun Sunday morning, no rest. No. By the evening, there's a square to, middle of the day in the evening, there's a square to Saturn, and we're a little worried. Kids are happy. They're not bothered by this. The media is fine. The Brotherhood is kicking. But Mars, there's an opposition to Mars here late Sunday night. And people are shut those young guys up. Everybody's worried. Everybody's angry. This could be the war vibes in Syria. I'm not sure what it all is. But it's going to mess up your Sunday until you get into late Sunday night. And, you can listen to some real scientists, and your mind will settle out. It's not till about midnight. Monday, hopefully you carried through with some understanding from the mind, and things settled a little bit on the 16th. Tuesday, the 17th, the moon goes into Pisces, and in the morning, it goes by the planet Neptune. Priests, artists, doctors, a lot of sensitivity here. A lot of famous people are going to come out and fly the flag and play the music, and everybody's ganged up here, see, with the Neptune and the Saturn and the Jupiter, and we know what we're doing, and the doctors are saying this, and the priests are saying that, and you're all accepting it much too easily. Wake up, folks. All the people here that are in agreement and nodding their heads, they're making money, which you'll figure out Tuesday night with Venus trine. And Wednesday morning, about breakfast time, there'll be some truth and wisdom. Here's a trine to Jupiter on Wednesday the 18th. Oh, now I understand. What happened is all these guys decided to make deals and make money, and they forgot about the environment, the working man, the unions. Yeah. There's a full moon here Wednesday night on the 18th. This tends to bring in volcanoes and things. And the most turbulent day, though, won't be Wednesday night. That is a full moon. I would stay home on Wednesday night. Yeah, I wouldn't be going out. On Thursday, September 19th, we get another shaky day. The moon is in Aries, and there's hurricanes, and there's winds going around. There could be exasperations by Pluto. So I don't know which is the more serious hazard. The volcanic stuff that's got you all panicky, or the actual wind. You know, run from wind. Or no, what is the saying? Run from water, hide from wind. So this is a likely time when there's going to be some panicky stuff Thursday night. You mean there's really a hurricane coming our way? Yeah. Maybe the volcano started going off extra. The civil defense is there, you know. But this is a day of whirlies and high winds, and you hide from wind, folks. You don't go out in it where things are flying around, okay? And keep the kids in. That's going to go on through Friday, the 20th. And there's too much going on here, but the heroes are handling it. Yeah, they're handling. So stay home Thursday. Take it easy on Friday. There's still stuff whirling around. It doesn't mellow out till you get to Saturday, the 21st, and the moon goes into Taurus. And Saturday night there's a nice sextile to Neptune. Sit down, you know, have a beer. Your panicky feeling starts to go away, but you're still worried. Here on Sunday, there's an opposition to Saturn. And I don't know, we don't have security here yet. Sorry. Here on the 22nd with the moon in Taurus, there's truth there. And in Jupiter, late Sunday night, truth and wisdom. But it kind of impels us to be irritating and angry and impatient. And so here's another war day. Here's worries and aggression on Sunday, pretty much like we found it back here on Sunday the 15th. There was Saturn and Mars again, the bad guys all lined up on you. Anyway, the theme is Pluto, and lots of times these are alarm bells, and hopefully you get through Friday morning without sirens going off. There could be some of that going on Friday. And the same way, Thursday, Friday, the 19th and 20th, you could easily have sirens and interruptions to your life for a little bit. That's the way it is right now in this terrible year 2013. Listen, folks, global warming is the real thing here if you want to panic about something. And geothermal is the way to go. It just has to be done safely. And there are lots of people in the oil and gas industry who knows how to do this. Yes, you're not inventing it all brand new on your own. So, it's just a little H2S. I'm not worried about it. You shouldn't be either. Tell your friends they can get the show on the internet, learn a little more about H2S, all the geothermal warriors.